Hello everyone, I'm Javier Singhal and welcome to Island Empire. Episode 4, we're going to talk about the idea of the second birth, or what I called rapid self-transformation. While I was researching the topic, while I was looking into my own experiences since last September, many of you know that September 2019 was a significant time for myself, mainly because around that time, around the springtime of the Southern Hemisphere, I started feeling this great sense of dissatisfaction of the way I was, or the way I have been, what I have achieved until this point of my life, what I was practicing, and what my general physical and mental state of being was. And out of this state came this need to transform myself. Around this time, I came into contact with the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the idea of brahmacharya and semen retention, the idea of dopamine detox, idea of positive affirmations, physical exercise, and meditation, mindfulness, and these kind of topics started entering my mind space around this time. The moment I started cultivating some of these habit clusters, and again, in the last episode, we talked about the power habits, or the 5 power habits of brahmacharya. Waking up early in the morning, I'm talking about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and dedicating that first hour and giving that to myself. Spending that first couple of hours to physically move and get into the physical body and meditate and connect with yourself and embrace your physical set of circumstances that you're given. This alone had a massive impact on my state of being, on my state of mind. As I went about the day, things looked different. Things started feeling a lot more positive. Things started feeling a lot more purposeful. Understanding your cultural roots and understanding what we need to learn and unlearn. And this was, trust me, this was a massive part of the last year. Unlearning, peeling off layers of years and decades of cultural, societal conditioning. This was by no means a smooth ride. This was by no means a gentle walk in the park. This was not it. In fact, it was quite chaotic. And if you've read Friedrich Nietzsche, Carl Jung, or any of the ancient traditions, like the story of Buddha, how he achieved the awakened state, and before he got there, he had to face Mara, or death, which is portrayed as a demon. Similar kind of a situation, similar kind of a visual comes up in the Bible as well, where Jesus spent the 40 days in the wilderness. That any discovery, any great movement in history, before the seeker, before the explorer, the scientist, the poet, the writer, the dancer, the creator arrived at their breakthrough, they were experiencing this state of breakdown. And this is what brings me back into the core of this episode's message, the idea of second birth. Abraham, Jacob, Moses, all of the prophets had to undergo a second birth, either through very difficult personal circumstances, leaving a certain lifestyle, a job, a career that you worked all your life for, or an ending of a relationship, or losing a loved one, coming into contact with human suffering in a profound way. I mean, Gautam Siddhartha, or the Buddha, many of you know the story. He came into contact with the reality and the fact of suffering, and it moved him profoundly. And that prompted him to leave all the wealth and the opulence of his kingdom. He was the heir to the kingdom, of course. And he left, and he embraced the life of austerities. He embraced the life of spiritual discipline and seeking. And obviously the story goes that he became the Buddha after he confronted the fact and the reality of mortality and chaos in the form of a demon. So nature itself has this destructive or chaotic element that destroys the old ways that it once used to serve a purpose, but it has to go. It has to be let go of. Letting go of some of these old structures is painful and comes with a great personal cost, and the idea of sacrifice, letting go of something that used to serve you, that you loved about yourself, letting go of this can be very, very painful, daunting, and downright scary, right? Hence the facing of Satan in the wilderness for Jesus. Hence the facing of Mara to Gautam Siddhartha. I think the scariest thing for a human being is not any demon or ghoul or any jinn or yaksha or any other evil spirits. I think the scariest thing for a human being is not realizing our full potential, not realizing how much we can influence our world and how well we can look after this place that we're given to, that we found ourselves in. So, having said all of that, by exploring the unconscious, by exploring the so-called Carl Jung's shadow realm, by exploring the visionary experience, by conditioning ourselves to let go of things that no longer serve us, by being bold and courageous, by choosing to practice happiness, by choosing to be excited about life, whatever you do with this childlike enthusiasm and the sense of adventure, I think this is what second birth is all about.